niggas? We back. Hope y'all enjoyed the Leah presentation yesterday. I ain't gonna carry it out too much longer. At least not. She'll always be around. So, but I really got some shit I think I want to put in the book. So I'm gonna have to be a little bit more mindful of how much I divulge on the camera. Because I want this book when I start working on it. I started pretty yesterday. You can say I'm waiting to get my I'm waiting to give me some form of source of income so I could get me a goddamn laptop and shit. But I started writing it physically with my hands. I'm contemplating doing that. I'm contemplating writing the whole book. But I know goddamn, I'm saying that now because I ain't got the fucking, I can do it on the lap. I ain't got enough space. This laptop shit is weird. This is awesome. Anyway, I'm contemplating, I'm finna start, I actually started yesterday writing it. So I think I'm gonna get me a few notepads when I can. I would start me to go fund me, but I see where that Cash App shit went. If I was the type of nigga to be embarrassed, I'd be embarrassed because nothing came of that. Nothing. Nothing. Them niggas said, fuck him. Whatever. So, I'm had to get it out the mud, I guess. But I started writing what I feel is going to be one of the chapters in it. Pretty good shit thus far. Then about 2 or 3 pages just to get a jump start. But actually, I started 2 or 3 years ago on a other laptop before it fucked up on me. But I didn't continue on with it. I kind of, because the plan was always to wait till I get me a desktop so I can have more space and shit. But I'm contemplating writing it and then typing it, or writing it and having somebody else type it, just to get back to an original way of doing things outside of technology. Because technology is cool, but I think the shit is going a little too far. Like I say, just with the music shit, I personally feel like we should go back to CDs and CD players and stereos and shit, and use streaming as a side item, so that if a person so desires, they can print their own CDs up. You can still do that now. I know you can still get CDs and shit, and press CDs, or you can do the what's this shit called, SD card shit or whatever the fuck that shit called. Well, the shit I'm talking about. But which is cool too. But I like the CD shit, man, where you can get an album cover and all that shit. We need to go back and see. We think sometimes technology works against us. And when it comes to music, rap in particular, I feel like it went against us because, like I say, down here, we was big on independence. You print your own shit up, put it in the mom and pop stores, or sell it on the street out the trunk. You know how many niggas that made thousands, maybe millions out of their trunk and shit without having to be under the control of the industrial aspect of all this shit. That is a plus. Which is, now I know they probably was gonna go into streaming and shit anyway, but that probably was a big reason for them to do it too, or a good reason for them put some more control in their hands, because you have to go through the technological what's the word I'm looking for? The technological shit to move your shit or whatever. Whereas back in the game, you print some CDs and shit, you send them out the trunk, or like out here we had a few spots where you can get your distribution shit, and all you had to do is pay for your distribution, put your shit in the stores, whoever would sell your shit. They got rid of all the mom and pop spots and shit. Where you can put your shit in little mom and pop spots or whatever. But I might. I think I'm thinking about writing out each chapter and then typing it, or having somebody else that can type faster. Cause I ain't the fastest typer. Somebody that can really get down with it or whatever. But I want to put this book together, and even me saying, well, I'm gonna say that for the book. It's not just about me trying to make a buck out of the book. It's also to incentivize niggas to get more into reading, because we got the technological shit. You can watch the videos and YouTube now, and that's all good. But that reading is still fundamental. Fuck audio books and all that shit. Read. Get the book. As actually opening shit up, and that shit it does something. Looking at the words, you build a relationship with the terminology. I said in the beginning was the word, and the word was with God, and the word was God. Word, logos. When you look up logos in the Bible concordance, logos means word. What was word? Word is God. God, logos, word. What is word? Thought. All words come from thought. Thought is the mind, which means mind would be the God, because mind is God, because or divine, or the spiritual part. So that's how I came into the conclusion that, oh yeah, I can see how we God. And then the Bible teaches you, ye are gods, God judged among the right, God judged among the gods. Yes. You're now rocking with the very best. So now, but let's get back to the East and West thing. Now, another thing I want to say, man, and I ain't trying to get all into the gangbang politics, because ultimately I know there's people out there who will say, well, they shouldn't be doing that shit anyway. They ain't nothing but killing each other and woo-woo. And they got a point. But I want to speak on the origin of shit. See, I can identify with them guys in the West Coast when they have a problem with outside people ripping their shit out of context or changing shit up or whatever. Now, I know Texas bangers and people out in other places don't hate me for this, but hear me out. Now I can, or because it's like me, I'm the origin of Christian or Christ, Horus, Kemet. Well, it's just so we niggas, I know niggas be getting jealous and shit. So let's just say Horus, the Egyptian Christ, or the Kemetic Christ, or the African Christ, Icona, there's all kind of names. We just take it back to Africa. The origin of all your religions come from a mysticism, or in this case with Christianity, from Heru, Horus, that's Christ, the third eye. The third eye, you see that, some hieroglyphically speaking, that would mean Christ, the third eye. So now they have taken the oppressors, or the powers that once was, or whatever you want to call them, because they don't have no power over. We have to get out of saying that shit too. Though you might see them as that, because they're pushing the buttons and moving the pieces and all this shit. But nothing escapes spirituality. Nothing escapes the invisible world. Everything you see on a physical plane is a manifestation of some on a, like I said, this shit was, even their reign and rule was prophesied. So even they can't even bask in that glory too fucking much, because bitch, we knew. Yeah, we knew we'd kick your ass eventually. And that day is upon us. Don't let nobody fool you. Don't let this, because I say that because you niggas still talking doom and gloom. I have a problem with that. You still talking this, well, he's gonna get his concentration, or you need to pack your beans up. And I'm like, they are through dealing. This shit doesn't get worse. in this little pocket we in, this individual, this threshold that we are in, shit might get a little crazy and wacky while we going into the golden era, or we in it really. But I'm tired of these niggas don't have no good news. It's just always what they gonna do. And see, they over there in Israel again. Oh, see, that's gonna backfire on America, and we gonna have to be in the forest with get your wires to click the fire together. So I be like, man, when the fuck when do we say, hey man, this is gonna change for the better for us? When do we talk that type of talk? Because the same niggas that tell you all this shit be the same niggas where you have to speak it into existence, but all you speaking is some fucking, see, we're gonna have to hunker down, and it's gonna be another blackout and all this old stupid shit. I be like, man, I'm tired of I just to stop listening to niggas, because I be like, well, goddamn, bro, when I'm the fucking symbol of a better day. Stop the bullshit. Let's get into some reality shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking to what these other niggas doing. That's why I be really the lone wolf around this motherfucker. And I ain't even my shit right now. I'm good. Just put it like that. I'm just be grateful for what I'm scared blessed to have, or fortunate enough to have right now, which may not be the knowledge is. I just did some shit today. Just on some studying shit. Just like, it's a good day. Not no money. I ain't, man, my pockets is crazy right now. And I ain't talking about crazy field. So it ain't got nothing to do with no fucking, one of you niggas can cash app a nigga, my shit still up there? No, I think I took it down, but you can find it in one video. Yeah, cash app a nigga about $20 or something. Put my proverbial soup can out around this motherfucker. I need an umbrella to go and try to find shit to get bread. It's raining. But all else, you ain't gonna wait for that mystery guard to bring it to your doorstep, boy. I gotta get out there. I need an umbrella though, because it rains sometimes. Help you, boy. I gotta put it back up. No, I'm not gonna waste my time with you niggas. I don't know what's wrong with you guys. If I was one of your favorite rappers and you already got money, you flooding the. Oh, give him another 100. Well, he just told you he was a millionaire. Well, it's all right. You niggas just give me the heebie-jeebies. But anyway, you niggas. So yeah, man. So anyway, to take it back to this shit, I get offended when I look at these religions and these people who are under the spell of these orthodox religions, who have taken the shit that I know is the real shit, and they have contorted it and twisted it so much to where when the real deal shows back up, you don't even recognize it because you so ensconced in the fake version of the story. You can't even. I gotta beat a nigga in the head and say, hey man, I'm the guy. It's me. Us too. Give me. I don't want to just. We all have the Christ energy in us. If you want to raise it up to that level or whatever, but if you so desire, and you have your own. The way I'm breaking down on all this shit in my life and shit, you raise yourself up to that level. You be able to do the same shit with your life. Everybody got their own walk and path. So anybody comparison and well, am I better than him? Or I'm trying to. It's get off the rap competitive shit. Just about your path, your own path. So, I was saying it because I be hearing these guys like, man, what we do, and them niggas out there, yeah, they started it, but we got our own thing out here. And like I say, you might say this ain't my business, but I'm just doing this. I'm saying this not to go bash you niggas or go against you, but to give you a little bit more of an etiquette in the context of this shit. Because I can see the parallel of a lack of respect of where something comes from. Like I say, Christians today will say, fuck all that African Kemetic ISIS and Osiris stuff, man. Ooh. But that's the origin of your shit, though. Who knew it ain't? Give me your Bible. whoa. This divine wisdom will whip waterworks from your eyes, boy. Swear, whip waterworks from your eyes. This wisdom I manifest. Please believe that shit, my nigga. And niggers and girls too. Niggas, you should know, but it's your boy. When I say niggas, I'm talking all inclusive. And so, yeah, whip waterworks from your eyes. Oh yeah, you will be weeping. A weeping willow, you will be. Fucking with the G. Big G. Shout out to my nigga Greg, man. That boy been coming through. My nigga G Montgomery. Before the Matrix, this nigga used to walk around with that long black trench. That's probably where they got this shit from. Fucking Spy Kids. Man, that's my nigga, the Dragon King. Yeah, that boy's a real factor. Real distinguished fella. I miss him. But not really because he's with me, but I still miss him in the physical, I should say. But, yeah, with that long black trench, that black leather cap, and then, we got going into this too since we, well, let me not go too far here, but, I got the ace on my, on the toothus, the teethus. I got that from Mr. Muhammad out there in the southeast side back in the mid-90s. Same place my boy got here from. He had the, I just had a dream. Man, let's see what that dream was. Oh, it makes sense now. See what I'm saying? But he had the champagne glass. I think he had a G on his shit. I can't remember. I think I can go into this without losing my place and where I was starting at. But anyway, he used to have that long black jacket, that black leather cap, real nigga, solid, thorough cat. He came through today, and then about 2 weeks ago, he came through in a real way. That's some shit I probably put in my book, because I got it written down. But, I'll get into that. I'll get back to that because I don't want to get too far, of course. But the Muhammad thing, it was a guy talking shit about Islam, Orthodox Islam. He was like, well, they're doing slavery over there. And he pulled up some shit and showed me, like, you see, they still got slavery going on over there. And he was talking shit. And he disrespected the Prophet Muhammad. I don't know the Prophet Muhammad as far as, I'm not talking about Elijah Honorable. That's the Muhammad, Honorable Elijah Muhammad. Now, the Prophet Muhammad, he's done questionable, well, according to my studies. When he came into Arabia was doing the original thing. They were doing our original spiritual practices. That's why they still do the 7 circles around the Kaaba. The Kaaba is the pineal gland. The 7 circles they make correlate to the 7 churches of the 7 churches or the 7 chakras that lead up to the pineal gland. That's why they do that. But they say they used to have like a lot of feminine goddess statues there. And when he came in to establish the Orthodox version, they kept the Mecca thing, but he destroyed all the statues of the goddesses and stuff and all that. So I'm not talking about him, but I know what that word means. So this dude, now you know me, I'm a calm dude, so he studied like, yeah man, Muhammad just talking shit. So I kept trying to explain, so I'm like, okay, I understand what you're saying about the Orthodox aspect of it. And he's not a conscious guy, he was I'm on the time. Okay. But he was just like, I don't know what he is. I think he's a Christian or something. But he was just, he came to me by way of somebody else that I know smoking and shit. I don't know him like that. I wouldn't be around that kind of guy on my own fucking BS. But he started talking this shit, and you know, man, I'm not tripping. I'm a real calm fella. So I'm trying to explain to him. I'm like, man, look, man. I said, you can't just disrespect that name. I said, the guy they say started Orthodox Islam, whatever. I don't know what he was into. I haven't studied his background and this, that, and the third. I heard a lot of good things about him too, as far as if he even existed. That's how far removed from knowledge of him Adam and Eve, but I've heard in the same chapter of the book, said good stuff about him, but the bad stuff was when he went over there and defiled those statues and stuff like that. The stuff he was attacking when he did that, and it matches a pattern. Everywhere where we was doing our original practices at, the people who established orthodox religions went to those places and destroyed those spiritual teachings and destroyed. That's like they went over there and knocked noses off of statues and all this old shit. Same thing. This shit was everywhere. We did the same type of spiritual practices, not in the same way, but I got the proof. All around the world. Micronesia, which is, I didn't know what the fuck that was not too long ago. That's like a little part somewhere in Oregon. It's not one land, man. It's like a bunch of islands next to each other or something like that. Everywhere. Alaska, fucking the Eskimos was on the Christ shit in their own way. The real horror. They had all kind of shit, bro. This new shit is Johnny come lately and it's confusing y'all. So, yeah, I like it because it takes me back to what I was saying anyway. But he studied, now, you know, I know how to just let shit go, whatever. So I started trying to tell him, after a minute, he kept on disrespecting the name. So I'm like, hold up, bro. Now, that name is not exclusive to that guy that you're talking about, the prophet or whatever. I'm like, it's not exclusive to him. I said, that name is divine. It's a special name. Man, no, you can't say that. Fuck that. So he talking his stuff. He one of them guys. You can't tell him. He's trying to talk. So, you know, I'm okay, whatever. Then every now and then I chime in like, look, man, that name, bro. The name is sacred. Oh, well, you can't say that. Now, after about 2 more times of this shit, I'm a poet's guy. I know how to keep my calm. But that's how I know he was fucking up. Because after that 3rd or 4th time when I addressed him, the anger, you've invoking anger. You've invoking anger, young man. He invoked anger. Unconsciously, because I'm composed. But after about that 4th time of him disrespecting that name, I say, man, look at here, man. That name, bro. You know, and I had to realize myself, I'm getting mad. Let me calm. But I said, brother, that name, let me tell you what that name means, bro. Mu means mother. Ham means black. Well, how is it? Ham, hog. Ham is black. Black absorbs. Ham correlates to the pig because the pig's propensity to absorb or eat a lot corresponds to the darkness that eats the light or absorbs the light. Ham, Cam, Sam, all those mean black. Sambo, the black bowl. Ham, Sam, Cam, and then you got it. It means fire. It. You hear about it in psychology. The it is. Let me get my Harry Potter on now. Yeah, but that nigga pissed me off, and that's why. Cause it was like, I think, like I say, cause I know how to maintain my cool, but I think by him disrespecting that divine or that sacred name so many different times, eventually that part of me that knows this shit is divine is like, hold up, man. Hold up, bro. Which means it's time to get the fuck away from you. Get this guy from around me. He's tripping. This is the it. I'm gonna show y'all something with baby girl soon when we come back. You know, it's all inclusive. That is the it. That little fire right there, that spark that sits in there. That spark that sits in your pineal gland. That soul, the it, the I. A-E-I-O-U, some A, add, E, id, ed, I, id, ood, and then sometimes Y, the Yggdrasil tree. So, Mu, mud, black, mother, Mu, the mother, Ham, so you got Mu, which is the mother, Ham, the black mother, or Isis with the id, or Horus sitting on the knee. Etymologically will save you a lot of fucking headache. Man, I had to tell this brother. I caught myself, like I say, I make a conscious effort not to get angry within. I make a conscious effort not to even be talking to idiots like this, really. But I make a conscious effort, and in that moment, I was making a conscious effort to. And I didn't have to make a conscious effort, really, because I'm so on autopilot when it comes to this shit. I know how to just let a nigga talk, yeah, well, he just don't know. But he was showing me some real shit. He was like, look, man, this is what they doing in Islam. This is what they doing in Arabia right now. He was showing me like some type of slave trade shit going on. And I was like, wow. I was like, man, I'm like, yeah, you not cool. I said, I'm not debating you on that. I'm willing to debate. There's some wild shit going on. Because when you're dealing with all these Orthodox religions, it's weirdo shit going on. So I'm not debating that. What I'm saying is these words and terminologies existed before these people came and hijacked the shit they used to make their religion. Hijacked the origin, twisted, which makes it easier to control the people because they identify with I'm talking to earlier people when they was first making the transition and all this shit. It's easy to control or get people to buy into this shit because they see remnants of the origin in it, but they're manipulating it with the shit that they're putting around it and the way they're teaching you to interpret it. That's why we say groups is dangerous, because a group, 9 times out of 10, when you go into a group, especially Orthodox religions, they have a certain way that you have to interpret it. Well, this is what it means. Well, I think this. Oh, no, you can't do that. You can't think that's what it means because that goes against our shit. So, so he taught. So that third time, and it was reflex. It wasn't like the anger was building up. It was just like, after that third or fourth time, it just kind of hit me. I was like, hey, man, look at here, bro. Stop it. Stop saying that. Stop disrespecting that terminology. For one, I'm the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. I can't speak for the prophet guy. Just out of respect. I think I told him that. I was like, just out of respect for the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. Bro, cut the dumb shit out, bro. That's why I don't, like I said, he came through some other guy I knew, and that was that thing. I definitely would split a bagel with that guy. But, getting kind of hot in here. But yeah. But then go back to my man G. We both got our girl from Muhammad. He probably passed away now. I'm not sure if he's even still alive. But yeah. So shout out to my man G. But y'all remember Mr. Muhammad. You hit OG rappers and shit from back in the game. They know what I'm talking about. I think he was on that Telephone Road. I think it was Telephone Road, if I'm mistaken. Telephone love, you sound so sweet tonight. Whoo, I missed the 90s. Them 90s, boy. Oh, man. Oh, Michelle Nidigacello came up, not through, because she's still alive, I think, but that 90s. Fast call. God damn it. I got a story to tell about that. Not here, though. I think I'm going to say that for the book, too. Oh, I don't know where they at in this world, but shout out to them. No, boy, just trying to pronounce that name makes me happy. Nidigacello. Man. So, yeah, man. But take it back to the game banging thing, man. We have to have a little bit more respect for the origin of shit. Because these guys are like, well, we do it out here. I'm like, yeah, but first and foremost, you already represent some streets and shit that is out there. You can't be running off with these people waves. You can do what you want to do. I'm not a gangbanger on either side. I got love for Bloods, Crips, whatever. I don't got no favorites in that shit. Or no people I don't like or no shit like that. Or none of this shit. Cause I don't gangbang. So that gives me a liberty to be able to be around whoever. So it don't matter what you represent. Yeah, more power to you, brother. Try to clean that shit up a little bit. Try to keep the violence down or something. I don't know. But, so this is not an attack on you niggas. I'm just trying to give you some OG wisdom, nigga. You can't just run off with the wave, bro. I look at this. I be like, man, come on, man. If I was repping something They came from out there. I was gonna do that shit how they're doing it. For one, and I'm speaking for Texas in particular, Houston, you're not I know where I get it. Oh, you shouldn't be glorifying it. Oh, there's a bunch of killers. I understand out there. Don't get me wrong. I'm just saying within the context of the shit, bro. The blood, and really what I'm saying is, I'm speaking about it within the context of game, man, but I'm speaking about respect generally, how we lack respect for each other. But that's why I use the spiritual shit too to show you. But, and I'm gonna get on with 30 minutes here. Let me stop. But anyway, respect with them guys. They put the foundation for whatever it is you think you repping. They put the foundation down for that shit under way more dangerous circumstances. Houston has never been remotely close to the type of gangbanging them dudes do out there. I don't know about Fort Worth, San Antonio now. Them niggas, I used to have projects out there called the East Terrace. We went out there. Me and my brother, he knew somebody. I think my family, somebody in my family stayed over there at one point in time. I was a little lad at the time, but I remember going through that motherfucker. And it was some dudes. My brother went in the house to whoever he was going to see, and we was outside. There was some little dudes over there. While I was like, where y'all from? I'm from H-Town. And for some reason, like I say, the Bloods wanted me to come down there and shit, because we was kicking. We had to go to the. Boys and Girls Club over there in the Blood neighborhood. And them niggas love the nigga. They want to, man, y'all should move down here, bro. And woo. Like East Terrace, they not. I can't remember if they was originally Crips and then started their own shit. It was ETG, but they're more closer to Crips, if I'm not mistaken. I think they're more tied into the Lokes or whatever. But the little nigga, one of the little niggas was like, well, he was the same age as me at the time. He was like, man, we chopped it up for a minute. He was like, man, we want to put y'all on the set, man. Woo. I was like, nah, bro, I don't do no gangbanging. You know what I'm saying? I love you boys, though. He's like, well, shit, let's just squabble real quick. Let me just see what you got real quick. Ooh, I thought, well, fuck it. We did a little something. We were trying to take each other's head off. We did a little something, whatever. So he's like, nah, I respect that, man. Woo. Then some niggas came. Some niggas came, was walking through the neighborhood. These niggas walking around that bitch, everybody, no shirts on. These boys got big semis on it. These niggas walking through the projects, and we was in the project. This shit looked like Jordan Downs, straight up East Hill. They tore them down now, but them niggas walked through that bitch with big AKs and shit on their shoulders and shit. No shirt on, just 4 or 5 niggas come through that bitch like, not in Houston. Them laws would be dead on your ass. So them niggas, when Quick say them niggas, he didn't say they trying to be like Compton. Them niggas say they just like Compton. That shit is California. I don't know about now, but I know in the 90s that shit was Baby Cali, Baby LA. Believe that shit. Houston ain't even close to that shit. Them niggas was banging for real. Out here, and I'm not knocking, and I like it better. I'm not saying it's a bad thing out there. It's good. You gotta think about what I'm saying. These dudes is in areas where your hood is right here, your block is right here. You walk 2 blocks down, potential trouble. 2 blocks this way, potential trouble. 2 blocks this way, potential trouble. 2 blocks this way, potential trouble. You gotta duck and dodge and shit just to get to the corner store where the niggas you beefing with might be at the fucking corner store. Not ready to fight. Them niggas ready to blow a nigga top off. Come on, man. I just think niggas should have a little bit more respect for them niggas just based off of that. It ain't my politics. Like I said, you can say, oh, you don't speak on our politics. I'm like, look, man, I'm trying to help you niggas. I just feel like I just out of a sense of respect, bro. Just a sense of respect, cause we don't have you. we are economics. We always been about bread, bro. Straight up and down. It ain't never been that serious with the banging. You don't have to watch your back. Like I said, I don't know about everybody's neighborhoods and shit and changes or whatever. But for the most part, man, we not living like that out here. Let's die. Let's not. Come on, man. Let's be real about this shit, bro. I'm not trying to disrespect your gang or disrespect your banging or put you under or say you ain't shit. None of that. I'm just saying, let's be real, bro, about what the fuck is going on out here. So all I'm saying is, generally speaking, have a respect for the origin of shit, bro. And shit changes, when I understand. But certain shit, bro, it's like you have to have a respect for the origin, because once you get too far away from the original thing of what you're dealing with, it starts to not be that no more. So, yeah, man. But anyway, I want to get into this here. Let's get into my boy Biggie. But yeah, man, just take that into consideration, man, because I see that as a problem amongst. I've seen that online, and if I can say anything to assuage the situation or ease the shit, I'll say that, as well as knock the killing and shit off. It's 2026, man. We world class people, bro. We ain't got here doing this shit no more. The Pac, I was gonna tell you about this Pac and Biggie shit. Pac, I'm telling you, when Pac got that, when Bobby got that channel from Pac after he passed, everything he told them, hey man, tell them niggas, stick together, get off the bullshit. I died because of my ego and all this shit. I knew when the sister was reading the channel, I know it was real because I know how Pac talk. So the way she was, and I don't even think Bobby shit, Bobby got video, he talked shit about Pac. Yeah, but he didn't see, he come from another era, so he wasn't into it like that to know. See, he didn't know about the Osiris. And he knew this, but he once said it before. He's like, well, I can't speak on hip hop too much because that's a little bit after me. He not that far removed from it and shit, but he was like, so I can see why, he talk shit about Pac. Then you got me come along, by me being into it while it was happening, I'm more privy to the details of shit. So I can take the detail and then show you the spiritual shit, which I've been doing. But so when a sister was reading the channel, and Big came through, they say Big said Big apologized and said he wished he would have did more or said more in regards to consciousness or helping black people or whatever. Which he probably would have done if him and Pac, of course, if you hang around Pac, that you see them niggas both had the Panther leather on, the fucking Black Panther leather shit on. So that could have been scared to fucking old person, like, oh yeah, I had to do something about that. So if y'all niggas doing the total opposite of what this nigga said. The nigga was like, man, cut the bullshit out, bro. He said it. He said he died because of his ego and he was tripping and wooty wham. Stick together, all this shit. And you niggas run around this bitch talking about Pac, yeah, Pac. But you don't get the other side of the shit. So, yeah, man, that part. But I want to show you something about hip hop. What makes us different? See, hip hop is honest. Through the good, through the bad, and the ugly. That nigga Big said, call me evil, I'm unbelievable. I'm gonna show you something. The devil, well, this part came out the book, but get this book. It's not gonna haunt you, ain't no boogeyman gonna jump out. It's gonna give you a breakdown of the way that the concept of the devil has been interpreted. It's even a fucking chapter in here called show you how relevant this shit is. The devil. East and West. Just to show you, I'm not just running my fucking flapper rappers, my rap flappers, but it's giving you a concept. It's showing you how what we in Western society call the devil or evil, how that was perceived throughout the world, historically speaking, all over the land, all over the fucking world, as opposed to just this Christianized version of it or Islamic version of it or whatever, or Orthodox religion version of how you've been trained to see the devil. You've been tricked into believing the devil is something outside of you. Therefore, the part of you that is the quote-unquote devil rules you. That's why you hear motherfuckers saying stupid shit. Oh, the devil made me do it. The devil said to do it. Yeah, just fucking thoughts in the back of your head. You don't have no control over it. Sending shit to your conscience and you act on this shit. But you thinking the devil is something out here. Oh yeah, devil. Gotta watch that man with the horns. And they ain't even give you, go find in the Bible. I challenge you to go in the Bible and show me where it gave you a description of how the devil looked. But somehow, some way, and the devil as we see him, or America has been trained to see him, the origin of that is set, and he don't even look like the motherfucking man with the horn and shit. And all that old shit. He got the fucking face over the, not the horns and shit, that's the goat and rams and shit. He's a fucking donkey. A donkey. He got different versions, but the one when you see the anthropomorphic version or the human and the animal mixed version of him, it's a donkey head and that's the main one of the donkey, because it represents stubbornness or unwillingness to evolve. That's really what death is, an evolution, where the old part of you sheds like snake skin, which is why the snake is so benevolent. That part of you dies or whatnot. That is the Osiris, the old you, which you still used old. What I'm saying, you change, but you don't have to totally change. There's certain shit you keep. And Osiris represents the memories, dead in the mental, the memories that you can use. Simple. You do some shit one time, you touch that iron and burn yourself, you'll know in the future, don't touch that fucking hot iron like that. You touching that hot iron, that's Osiris. The change, I'm not touching iron before. The memory is the resurrection or the living, because it's what you use in your present time. Hey, I'm not touching that iron no more because last time it fucked me up, so I'm not touching that iron no more. That's Osiris in a everyday scenario. The old you, the father comes before the child. So the old you that came before the new and improved, refined version of which is what you should be trying to become, which was to be the resurrection of the horrors. The resurrection would be, I'm small enough to know not to touch that fucking iron no more. So, that part. But, I want to show you something, which goes back to what I've been telling y'all, what I was saying in the baby girl segment. When I was saying about, you point out everybody else's devilish ways or flaws or whatever, or looking for the devil outside yourself. And like I say, the whole time, you got one right here saying, mind your own or your own gonna mind you. You know that. So, let me find this shit. This boy here broke it down precise. And I didn't tell y'all what I said based off of reading this. No, this shit I came up with on my own. I just read. A lot of times I come up with shit in my mind, and then I end up finding running into the book that confirms or correlates to what I be coming up with in my mind. It's a Huru Monster time. The Iron Man is over. The Iron Man is over. It's a Huru Monster time. God damn it. Armosty. What boy? Let me find it though. I'm gonna show y'all some shit. I'm gonna hit this shit right on the head. Okay, it say returning to the individual in another way is necessary. And he's saying that because prior to this passage, he was speaking about how. I'll give you an example of what he was saying. Looking at slavery and what happened to black people doing slavery generally isn't as effective as you. I could tell you, we went through slavery in the middle past and tell you a whole story without getting particular. But if I tell you a story like, well, I know these one slaves where they took the mother, ripped her apart, and when I tell you that single story about some shit that happened to somebody individually, it hits closer to home because the general shit is just, it's not as effective. That's why he said return to the individual is another way. I'll get deeper into that later, but I just want to get to this part real quick. So returning to the individual is another way, and another way is necessary. So far, I've been speaking of evil as something done to me, but it's also something done by me. See that? Gotta have a little dirt on you for anybody to trust you around here. As none of us has a life in which no evil befalls him, none of us has a life in which does no, As none of us has a life in which no evil befalls him, none of us has a life in which he does no evil. So the first time you get it, that's why people that try to act too good or too goody two shoes, them the motherfuckers you watch. Cause they hiding something. Or they hide some, even if they just hiding the fact that they are capable of making a mistake. We all make mistakes, man. How you deal with the mistake, how you repent on the mistake is the big question. It's not will you fuck up, or it's not coming to this planet. The name of the game is not if I fuck up, it's when you fuck up and what you want to do when you fuck up and to make it right. And making it right is within first. Not trying to look, y'all, I did this, but I brought myself back up and I'm doing, because even that be bullshit sometimes. And if you try to pull your card, then you can pull out your credentials like, well, yeah, I fucked up, but look. But it ain't about, it's about the inner self. Follow me. It said, as none of us has a life in which no evil befalls him, none of us has a life in which he does no evil. The worm is in my rose too. I like that line. The worm is in your rose too, buddy. We all have a worm in our rose. In each of us, somewhere are the feelings that improperly, man, listen to what he's saying and remember what I told y'all about the thoughts backed up. He says, in each of us, somewhere are the feelings that improperly developed. Should have said if improperly developed, but I'll put that in there so y'all can understand the jargon a little bit. If improperly developed, can produce the torturer, the killer, the ravisher, the sadist. And always, to some small extent at least, I allow those feelings play. Meaning, you don't have to. That's what I say about rap. I'll be telling y'all, I feel to my I can you talk all this shit right here now. You hear me on a rap song, you be like, this nigga is a fucking maniac. Yeah, because I'm a battle rapper. So that shit you hear them niggas on Smack doing, that's how I rap, but I do it in more of a way that it was more of a song form. I can make a song. You know, a lot of them guys have a problem making songs because I think that comes from being so ensconced in that no beat, battling with no rhythm to rhyme to, just back and forth stuff. Then when it's time to actually make a song and put that shit to rhythm, them guys have a little problem with that sometimes. Sometimes, it's not all the case, but if you come up just a staunch battle rapper, I can see how one may have a problem with that. My raps, I came up writing more of in the song form or with the intention of knowing I'm gonna put this shit in a song, cause we didn't have people to battle and shit. We didn't have battles, at least not my era. I think the guys before me, I heard stories about like, the generation that came, but like before SUC and all that was more battlefield. Like SUC was too much on the battle shit. You hear them guys in the schoolhouse rapping and shit. They just rapping and with no patent. They had a little competition going, but it wasn't necessarily like, I take a nigga head off when I let the lid off and you better get off the, but but I do that, but I do everything though. I'm not just stuck there. I know I got that type of song. I gotta do something for the ladies. I gotta do something for the party people, conscious shit. I wasn't just stuck in trying to lyrically obliterate a nigga all day, even though that's my favorite part of this shit. But that's where I filter that monster in the back, because we all got the monster. We all have the monster. But that's where I filter the monster. That's where I let that play at. But I don't go, I'm not like these new guys where I gotta prove it. I don't, he talking that shit in his song, nigga, you gonna shoot him now. You're missing the point, buddy. This is art. That you fuck with me the wrong way, and you cross the wrong line, or you put me in a position where I have to, I'll bust you in your ass. Just like any red-blooded American. That's for, you got gun rights and shit for protection. Not just a gangster beat my chest. No, that's life. People pack. I'm not the guy with the gun on the offense. I'm the guy with the gun on the defense. You dig? There's never. I'm not even in commission to get money. I'm a hustler. So anyway, at least part of the answer to the question of evil lies within me. Exactly, because in order to figure out how to quell evil externally, so there won't be a hindrance in us living harmoniously, you have to understand how the shit works from within. Therefore, when you see somebody going through some shit where they're being controlled by evil, you can say, you know what, I know those feelings, or I know where that's coming from. Look, let me tell you something. Look, bro, whoa. Don't think that. Don't do like that. Look, quell them thoughts. Put the chain on that. I understand where you're coming from. Look, if you ain't never been through shit, you can't help people. Because that's what I tell niggas. The nigga raised up in Bel Air, who ain't never been in the streets, grew up rich, maybe around a bunch of white people and shit who was well-to-do, he's not even focused on the concept of black liberation because he's not in the ghetto where, in the hood, we suffer from oppression, so we know some shit going on. Therefore, we know how to deal with the problem. That guy the guy in Bel Air wouldn't be as equipped. Not saying he couldn't, but first you have to wake him up like, hey, you know this is going on? I didn't know that. I didn't know y'all was eating government cheese and smoking crack out of bowl and all this shit. They so far removed from the problem by being rich and closer to the people, closer you get to the people that are responsible for oppression, the more you partake of the benefits of that life and the less you are affected by the shit that they do to us. Therefore, them guys, you would have to wake them up. First, let them, hey, it's a problem. My hors d'oeuvres are still cool and shit. This champagne is good. What are you complaining about? No, motherfucker, you know what's going on over here? What is over there? You have to wake them up to the fucking problem first before they can. And that's a fucking mission within itself. Then you have to show them how to go about dealing with the problem. Because they ain't under the fucking, and that's generally speaking too, the reason why American niggas are slated to be the ones to wake the planet up is because we are the ones that suffer the most at the hands of these people. Not Africa, not Arabia, not, well, South American shit too. They count all that. The Americans and shit, all that shit count too, because they, you know, places like Haiti and shit, you know, they get it more. Africa too, but you know, we all fucked up all over the planet. But we are more equipped because the evolution of their oppressive tactics are most practiced here. Therefore, we are more familiar than every other place. That's why we're more able to. We know more about. You can go to Kemet right now, and I'm not saying ain't nobody over there that don't know the history, but the average person over there probably don't even. They probably a Muslim because that shit got taken over by the Arabs. They probably a Muslim and don't give two fucks about nothing Egyptian in origin. I'm well here in America and know more about Kemet, Heru, Isis, Osiris, Set, Anubis, Tahuti, all that shit. More than them motherfuckers because that shit cultivated over here. It traveled over here. Anyway, you get my drift though. So at least a part of the answer to the question of evil lies within me. And yet I almost perceive that evil as coming from outside. Seldom does anyone admit that he is evil. Call me evil, I'm unbelievable. That's why our rap is so different. The good, the bad, and the ugly. We talk that shit. Yeah, I tell you, Biggie is a cool guy with me. And you go listen to him, well, he was talking about robbing pregnant women and shit. It's like, well, and that should be jokes too. Like a lot of give me the baby rings and the number one mom pendant. Nah, I don't think Biggie was that kind of guy. Fucking, that's just being funny. It's called comedy and shit. But you'd rather him say it in a rap song than actually go and say, hey, bitch, give me the number one mom pendant. Or she gets it. Come on, man. That's hip hop. That's why we are. The problem comes when you start trying to when you go out of your way to try to live this shit out. Okay, I rapped about it. Let me go grab my, man, that song got me fired up. Let me go shoot me a nigga for real just to increase the feeling. You fail. It's not what. That's why when they try to see when we start doing what I'll give you a perfect example. Horrorcore rap. And we got some of the best that done it. I don't know, like I said, I ain't gonna name the nigga name because I seen him, like I said, I seen an interview, and I just say by the way he was talking in the interview, this time and day is too sensitive to even, I don't want to put him on the spot like that. You go listen to this shit, we laugh and shit, we growing up listening to this shit. It was like looking at fucking scary movies to us, because that's all it is. That's where shit come from. It ain't nothing but horror movies and rap form. But see, when you let the oppressor or the people that are trying to attack us or the same type of motherfuckers that was running over NWA CDs and shit in the street, you, same motherfucker that go watch Arnold Schwarzenegger kill niggas wholesale, when we do it, when we start expressing our artistic shit through our way, all of a sudden we the fucking boogeyman. Well, I am the boogeyman. I claim my shit. The boogeyman ain't nothing but the black man, the boogie, the bogie, the darkness. I'm your boogeyman. Yeah. But we are the fuck. We become the goddamn evil guys and shit. So I can go and get a visual of a nigga getting his head blown off and Rambo shooting niggas in the forest. And that's fine. That's how you know it ain't about the content. It's about the color of the people that are doing this shit. Or the people. Because when we start doing this shit on wax, all of a sudden, those guys are the evil scum of the earth. And my kids got their posters on the wall. We got to take them down because they're the rest of the universe. What about these motherfuckers over here? Jason cutting heads off and shit. He chasing niggas through Manhattan, punching heads off the building and shit. What about that shit? So you gonna take our shit out the game. You want to take it out the game. Or we gonna say, hey, then we don't want to just be no boring fucks around here. So let's just everybody do their thing, but let's not get out of hand with this shit. Which is what has come to hip hop these days. It went from music to the shit trying to jump off the screen or jump it. It went from well, we don't want to listen to him because he don't have no bodies. It's like, you think like that? Come on, man. You know, the closest we got to that shit when I was coming up was studio gangs. It's like, okay, if you ain't from the hood, bro, you can't come from. You gotta have some type of remnant of something in you. You gotta have some street credentials. You know, I'm not though. You go ask these street about me, they're not gonna tell. They're gonna tell you, well, he's a warrior, he's a soldier. But then you gonna hear no story about that nigga got 6 bodies. That white Sam was out there knocking niggas off like gnats. No. But you ask niggas, he from the street? Well, yeah, he from the streets. He was out and then mixed with us, grinding, hustling. I done bought some grass from him before. He done bought some drink from me, or he whooping. Because it was all about the bread. We are an economic city in Houston, as opposed to a violence-prone city. And there's nothing wrong with that. You niggas should like that. And I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with the bangers and shit. I'm not, but you should understand where you at. We're about big business. Yeah, but anyway, but those are the people who attack or who was attacking hip hop. Those are the people that are too good to, or the goody two shoes, or the good to do good people or whatever. Who, you know, got skeletons in their closet. Them same motherfuckers be probably be doing some worse shit than us over here. So yeah. Let me finish this right here. Say, one of our great dangers to humanity is our tendency to project our own evils onto others. Pointing them fingers, 3-point back at you. Now, I point fingers too, but the 3-point back at me, I know what the fuck going on with me, and I deal with my own shit. So even when you try to say, well, you were, yeah, but I worked on that. Whatever. I don't give a fuck. I know I'm a good nigga at heart. I'm pure heart, so I don't give a fuck what nobody say about that. You can rumor mill it, whatever. In my heart of heart, I know what the fuck I am. So it say, let me get right here. It says, if only we're all so simple. If only we were the evil people somewhere insidious. If only there were evil people somewhere insidiously committing evil deeds. And it were necessary only to separate them from the rest of us and destroy them. But the line dividing good and evil cuts through the heart of every human being. And who is willing to destroy a piece of his own heart? Marinate on that. At times, one human being is close to being a devil. At times to sainthood. Know that. But his name doesn't change, and to that name we ascribe the whole lot, good and evil. You dig? But you go to church and it's all peaches and cream. That's why when you find out your preachers is fucking little boys and shit, it's a big thing. Because he's supposed to be the righteous flower. I'm not the I'm a yeah. Think about that. Now I'll get back to you. Peace.